Podcast starts at 19 seconds.
Welcome to a new episode of Fit the Description, a Black Men's podcast where various Black men come together to talk about life, society, entertainment, culture, news, and whatever else we want to talk about from various Black men's perspectives. I'm your host, G, and tonight we got Adam.
Yeah.
What's up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. And we got James.
I'm just trying not to get fined.
As usual, once again, I want to thank y'all for checking out the podcast. Make sure on your way in to subscribe, like, hit that bell. Of course, if you're on YouTube, if you're on the audio platforms, make sure to just subscribe and become a part of this community that we're trying to build. Also, just so you know, like I always talk about, we also have a clips channel, Fit the Description. Make sure to go ahead and check out that channel because I know these podcasts are pretty long. So if you just want to get short little snippets of our podcast, check out the clips channel.
Check it out.
Yep. And so other than that, so I guess I gotta tell y'all something. And by the title of this podcast, I'm sure you know what the big thing we're going to talk about. By the time this podcast comes out, I'm sure y'all notice how I released episode 38.3 instead of episode 40. And I said I was going to explain that. So I'm going to explain that here about what happened, why we missed a week, and why I decided to put that out. And that's going to pretty much be our first topic, especially because we got somebody else who went through it too. So basically what happened, I got COVID.
What?
I got COVID.
Oh,
yeah. So because I got COVID, basically it put everything on the back burner. I couldn't really work on the podcast. It just was all bad. It was a pretty bad time. So now that I got it, I thought we'll go ahead and Adam, you also caught it too, right?
Yeah, I got it earlier this year.
Yeah. So, and I got it not too long ago. I'm still dealing with it. So I thought maybe we'll start off and talk about COVID and our experiences. And now we shouldn't be getting hit because it's not like we're talking about it. We actually experienced it. So this is what we went through, how we went through it, what happened, and it sucks, by the way.
It does.
So I don't know if you want to go first or you want me to go first about what I went through.
I'll let you go first because you're more recent with it.
Yeah.
And then I'll go with mine because I think mine was the version like from some time ago.
Yeah. So as a recording of this podcast, I think I think I caught COVID almost just over a month ago. I'm still getting over it. Quick correction. This is G from the future. And I messed up. At the recording of that podcast, it's been just almost a week since I had COVID and I was recovering. So I had to make that quick correction because that was not right. It was not just over a month. It was almost a week since I had COVID at the time of the recording of that podcast. And a quick update from the future. At this point, I pretty much have fully recovered from COVID, but I'm still dealing with the COVID cough and it sucks. Well, beyond that, I'm going to send it back to the past me and he'll tell you everything else. And it was pretty interesting. And I guess I'll just go through the process. So in my personal opinion, I think I got it at Walmart. Because, and you know what, let me go beforehand because I was actually talking to B. I know he's on this episode, but I was actually talking to B about it. And, you know, I've been pretty good this entire time. I've been wearing my mask, been very careful how I move, you know, just been pretty good. But then I started getting cocky and I had a warning sign. So I went to CVS because I had to pick up some medicine. And there was this dude that was in there. And this dude that was in there, I found out that guy had COVID. And I'm like, oh crap. But the goodness is I didn't get COVID from that dude. But I feel like that was a warning sign of saying, hey, you need to, get back to being careful or you're probably going to catch it. But of course, that's kind of how my life goes. But of course, I didn't really see the sign. So I just said, forget it. I'm fine. I'm good. And in my personal opinion, I think I got it at Walmart because I went around these white ladies. There was this white lady on this register that wouldn't stop coughing, and these two old white ladies that kept coughing. And as soon as I got around them, and seriously, man, this goes to Walmart. If anybody's listening from Walmart, if your employees are sick, send their home. And yes, because they have a bunch of employees over there that were coughing, and I went around them, and then right after that, that's when I started feeling it. So I actually have an at-home COVID test. I took the at-home COVID test, and mine came back negative. So I'm like, okay, cool, COVID negative, whatever. And I didn't think nothing of it. I decided to talk to my mom, and my mom was like, go get another test. I said, hey, I don't think it's COVID. And let me say this too. The reason why I started feeling it, because I started feeling it in my throat. So that's one sign I would tell people. If you start feeling something in your throat, you might want to, you might want to be worried about that. So I started feeling it in my throat. And I'm like, I was talking to my mom, and she's like, you need to go get a test. I'm like, I think I'm fine. I don't think I got COVID. And she's like, go get a test. I said, cool. All right, I'll go ahead and go get a test. I went ahead, went to the actual testing center, got a test, and I came back positive. And that was the day we heard Biden say COVID is over. So the day that Biden said COVID is over was the day I got tested. I basically tested positive for COVID. And I want to say, for me, I want to say by day 2, I think I really started feeling it. But by day 3, when I officially got tested and got told I was positive, is when I really felt it. And I won't go through all my symptoms because it was a lot. It was a lot. But I want to say I think I went through it for about 6 days total. And I want to say the first day when it really hit me hard, because I actually kind of wrote some of it down. I wound up with, like I said, throat irritation, coughing, and a fever of 103. Day 2 for me, my eyes were burning. I had lower back pain. I'm not telling you everything. I'm leaving out some of the worst parts. But my eyes started burning. I had knee pain. I had chest pain, throat irritation, and plug nose. Day 3, my temperature finally went down to about 98.7. My fault, no. It went down to 98.2 and then went up to 98.7. And then some other stuff was happening. Let's just say I had to go to the bathroom at that point. So I'll just put it to you like that. Day 4, I had a dry cough, a really bad runny nose, also a plug nose, couldn't sleep, and my temperature went back up to 98.8. Day 5, I had coughing, sneezing, chest pain with sneezing, minor chest pain, a runny nose. I guess it started breaking, shoulder pain, and yeah. And then by day 6, at the end of the day, I wound up having just a straight runny nose, still coughing, still chest pain, but had a lot more sneezing and my shoulders hurt. So yeah, so that's kind of some of my symptoms. I'm not talking about a lot of the worst ones, but I'm lucky because I didn't lose my taste. I'm happy about that. I was pretty good. I still have my taste, so I know a lot of people say they lost their taste. I didn't lose my taste, so I'm happy about that. I will say this though, I did have a spicy sensation in the back of my nose, and that was weird. So, but outside of that, like, I got through it. It's horrible. I hated it. Yeah. Adam, you want to talk about your experience that you can remember?
Man, I lost my taste. The whole process was I got sick around a little bit after Christmas, and I was in a car accident.
Oh,
so I was just like, okay, this is just me being sick or whatever.
Do you want to
So,
talk about the car accident? Then go into the.
so what happened with the car accident? I was on my way taking the customer back to their car, to pick up, and I was gonna pick up another vehicle and drop this one off because I'm a manager. So with that being said, the customer, it was another guy in the car with us as well, just because he was going to grab another car, one of the drivers. So the customer started asking us questions, like how often do people get in car accidents in the rentals? And it was kind of funny because we started talking about it. It's like, it's rare. It happens, but it's rare in a sense. Like we see a lot of car accidents that happen right outside because we're on the main street. So it's kind of just like, hey, do you want to get the protections on the car? And then the next thing you know, you're crash. And then the customer's like, yeah, I'll go ahead and get protection. So it's like, yeah, you see, that does happen. So what happened after that, though? So we made a U-turn to come around to Valley View and Sahara. And right there, it was beginning to rain. And one of this yellow or gold Mustang had took off, like pedal to the metal take off. You hear the tires screeching, and it's raining and it's wet. So he loses traction, loses control of the vehicle, and then he comes and goes smack right into the side where I was sitting at, right? And then the customer's still in the car, he's just like, well, damn, right? And then the guy in the front was like, did you see that? And I'm like, well, this will be another one for us, right? That's number 8 now, because we had said how many times we heard about one happening. We had said 7. Now we was on 8, so we thought the guy was gonna back up, go to the side because it's in the middle of the intersection. Nope, he backs up and takes off, hit and run. So now we call the police. They're like, we called the police when we got back, and we didn't even leave anywhere because we was right there where the car accident happened. We just go down like 10 seconds, down 10 seconds, and we're right there at our branch.
Yeah.
Right to the light, the street light can literally see us. We call, we go through the proper steps. We talk, we tell them what happened. Police, you want to believe what the police said? What? They can't do anything about it because they don't have no proof and that we left the scene. And I'm like, we're right here. We thought that the guy was moving to move out of the way. And then we're right here, we're in traffic. And we made a U-turn because we was in a turning lane. So yeah, we moved out the way because we were able to actually move the vehicles. So they said there's nothing that they could do, and they just left it alone. So the police were no help. They didn't bother to look at the videos when we was asking them. They could just look at the videos. They didn't do no investigation, nothing. It was a hit and run, and they just let it happen. And to this day, same thing, nothing. But that's what happened with the car accident. A couple of days later, I got sick. I went to the doctors. They told me that I did not have COVID. I felt like I was getting worse. I called off work. I went to the hospital that next day morning, and they told me I had COVID. So I guess the first time was a false positive. And I had it for about a week and a half. No, it was about a week. And then they cleared me to go back to work, which I don't understand. Like, you think a week is with something that's killing people or, that was dangerous. Oh, you can go back to work now. You get to go. Yeah, that's America for you. Yeah, but I lost my taste. I lost my smell. It was like the flu, the pneumonia times 3. That's basically how I felt. Body aches, pains, sore throats, chest pains. That's basically what all I felt and everything. The part that got to me most out of all of that, because I was just like, oh, it's worse than the flu and pneumonia. But I'm like, okay. But the worst part was the losing the taste and the smell. I couldn't smell. And that's the part that really got to me. The taste, taste got to me too, because it's like, especially when you eat your favorite food, and I just really love this food because the way it tastes, and now all of a sudden you can't taste it. You're just like, yeah, this tastes like bland. So
Yeah.
I've experienced that once before when I was a little kid. I went to the store and I got the Red Hot gum. I had bought the big 15 pack of that, and I had ate all 15 pieces of gum. So basically, I had burned the, the taste buds out of my mouth with the cinnamon, and I couldn't taste anything. And I started to panic because I was at my grandma's house. I was 9, and then I eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Couldn't taste nothing. I ate a hot dog. Couldn't taste nothing. And I ate this back to back, just like trying to see like what's going on. So I started panicking. I thought I was dying. I can't taste it. I'm dying. I called my mom. I was like, Mom, I can't taste nothing. Am I dying? I think I'm dying. I don't feel so good. So my mom ended up laughing at me. And I told her what happened. She really laughed at me.
That's one thing you could count on mom's doing. When you were at your most sickest or your most scared, they'll sure as hell be like, you're fine.
I really thought, like, oh, let's take you to the doctor. No. It was just like, you're fine. That was the staple in the household. I'm feeling sick. You're fine.
Yeah, you see, my mom did that. You see, it bit her in the ass back when I was in middle school, because I remember I was sick, and my mom said, "You're fine. You're going to go to school." And so I was like, I was out for a week. She sent me back to school. I wound up feeling worse after that day. She took me back to doctors. They said I almost caught pneumonia.
Yeah, that happened to me too. In high school, when I got real sick, and my mom was the type of mom that if you were sick, you still went to school. Unless you was like on your deathbed, you would stay. Right. So I started hallucinating. That's how sick I got. And next thing I know, I see Bugs Bunny in the hallway of my room. And I told her, I ran back in my room and I jumped in the bed. She's like, are you gonna get dressed? I'm like, no, I see Bugs Bunny. He's right there. He's looking at me. He's looking at you. You don't see him? I started coughing and sneezing. She's like, oh, well, maybe you are sick.
You damn near gotta be on your deathbed before your mom says, oh yeah, you're sick.
Yeah, well, I know other parents, they were just like, oh, I don't feel good today, or I just don't want to go to school. I was like, all right.
Yeah, no, that was never me. I would love to say, hey, Mom, I don't feel like going to school today. Well, good. It's a good day to go.
Right. All right. You've been going to school for a long enough time. I think you built up like 1 or 2 sick days. All right, yeah, you stay home.
Yeah, no, I ain't none of that. Ain't no sick day. Like I said, I damn near gotta be on a hospital bed so I could stay home.
Right. And then you go back and it's like, where's your doctor's note when you go back to school? Why was you so many days? It's like, do you get sick, teacher, principal? It's like, yeah. When you get sick, do you call out? It's like, yeah. Okay, I was sick. Well, you still need a doctor's note. I need to prove to you that I was sick, that I wasn't just at the house. Okay.
So with that being said, going back to the COVID experience, do you have any residual, I forgot what it's called, but I'll just say residual symptoms now that you recovered?
Well, I can't really smell as good as I used to.
Oh, shit.
But I can still smell, just not as good as it was.
And
then I would definitely say, like, I don't know, I guess maybe it's the vents I have in my house, or maybe it is just from COVID, but it's like when I leave the house, it's easier to breathe. But when I'm in the house, it's harder to breathe. And you would think that it would be the opposite.
No, that may, do you dust?
Oh yeah, we dust. I cleaned that. I just removed the vent, like vents with the the higher quality vents, like it's the micro dust and pipe, whatever the shit is.
Do you change your filter?
Yeah, just change it.
Yeah. So with me, let me see. I still have a little bit of congestion, but I think I got the COVID cough. So I still cough from time to time. So, and the funny thing is, it's like when I started feeling like way better, I still tested positive, but they said that's normal. Like when you get over it, if you go take a test, you'll still test positive.
Yeah, you got it now. It's with you for the rest of your life.
Well, the good news is, what is that? I had the actual oh, what's that word? I had the actual not amino acids. I don't know why I'm saying amino acids.
Antibodies.
Thank you. I had the actual antibodies. I had the actual official antibodies, so I'm happy about that.
I never actually went back to the doctors after I recovered. I should have. I just I feel better.
That's another thing. They offered me to so I forgot what the medicine's called. I think it's called Romosone or something. But my doctor actually offered it to me. They said, "Hey, if you want to take the medicine, qualify." And I'm like, when I looked into it, I'm like, I don't think so, because this is the thing that I found out. I guess it's what Biden took. And basically what it does, it's like a 5-day regimen, and you take 2 pills. And everybody who basically, when I was doing my research on it, you do those 5 days, and then basically from what all the stories say, after like 2 days after being on that regimen, people basically recover instantly, like after 2 days. But they say the issue is that it tends to rebound. So after you're done with that regimen, because Biden went through it, and I heard a couple other people went through it, if you take that medicine, if once you're done with that medicine, I guess, okay, I don't want to say it because I don't have it in front of me, but yes, I guess there's been some accounts of a lot of people go to that regimen and start having a rebound and give COVID back. So that's the only reason why I didn't go through that regimen, because I'm like, I don't want to be able to recover and get it back again. Like, I wanted to be done. So, and like I said, the thing is I have family members that got COVID and got through it. So I just talked to them and they got through it. So I said, if my family got through it, then I could get through it. So I just decided to just do what my family did, get it, and then just go through it. And that's the only reason why I didn't go on that regimen, because there's a rebound effect. Now, I'm not sure if I should say this, but I'll say it anyways. There have been reports, mind you, from my understanding, this is a very small percentage of people. Like, I didn't say under 1%, and they're only able to do this by like going through back channels. But I guess what they're saying is, and the rumor has it, is what's happening is, I guess they're not taking the medicine long enough. So, and I guess there's a chance it might be weakening your immune system from what they say. And again, do your own research. This is just what I read. This is it, but this is not medically clear. This is just what I read someplace. I'm not telling you do this. So I didn't even like I said, I didn't even go through it. But do not do what I'm about to tell you. This is just something I read. That's all this is. But basically, people went through back channels and did a 10-day regimen instead of doing it 5 days, and they were clear. They were clear. Like, it didn't affect them. They were done. I guess what they're saying is, I guess they're still testing, but I guess that 5 days isn't long enough. So even though you feel fine, you feel good after 2 days, you don't take it long enough for it to kind of cure you of basically the virus. So you go ahead, you take it, you're done, you feel good, and all of a sudden it's still in your system, and when you stop taking it, it just comes straight back. So again, from that's what I read. And they said only a small percentage of people did that. I am not a medical expert. Do not listen to me. Do your own research. Talk to your doctor. I talked to my doctor, and they just basically said, just stay on the regimen. Like I said, I'm not telling you this is just what I read, but like I said, I did my research on it before I went through the regimen to see if I want to do it or not. But that's just me. But yeah, that's kind of my experience to COVID. It sucked. I was down for a couple of days, and that's kind of why you didn't get episode 40, and instead you got episode 38. You got chapter 3 of episode 38. So yeah, that finally came out, and it's only because I was down really, really bad. Like, it was, I know, like I said, I didn't tell you all the symptoms because it was a little bit worse than that. And like I said, I had one really, really scary day. Honestly, I thought I was gonna have to go to the hospital, but I went to sleep and I woke up and it passed. But yeah, I had some. It was. I had good day. I had some. I shouldn't say good days, but I had some okay days, and I had some really, really bad days. It's not something you want. People saying, in my personal opinion, when people say COVID's over, I'm here to tell you, heck no. That's not really how it works, because I don't think they have an actual cure. And going through it after they said COVID's over, no, I just went through it and it sucked. It was pretty bad. And I'm still dealing with go ahead.
You do know you have a bunch of false information, bro.
What do you mean?
You keep saying that Biden said COVID was over. He never said that.
He did.
It's impossible he did not. He said the pandemic is over. There's a difference. The pandemic and COVID, you do understand, are two different things. You understand COVID's never leaving, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That COVID's now, I don't think COVID's never going to leave. So it's going to be with us. Absolutely.
COVID's been here.
Yeah.
It's just never been like on the level and everything. But it's always been here for, I don't know since when, but for years. I know that much before this.
Go ahead, Googler. See what you get.
No bat, rat or no rat. I don't even know. But yeah, people had it.
Yeah, like I said, I got it right when that was announced. So.
Yeah, well, again, find me the paperwork. I know you're Googling it over there.
Oh no, there ain't no paperwork. I'm just saying what he said. But I'll listen.
Yeah, but he did not say that.
I know. I will listen to exactly what he said. I'm going to play it right here.
Go ahead.
So I will play his official statement. So there is no confusion. Let's go right here.
Mr. President, first Detroit Auto Show in 3 years.
Yeah.
Is the pandemic over?
The pandemic is over. We still have a problem with COVID. We're still doing a lot of work on it. But the pandemic is over. If you notice, no one's wearing masks. Everybody seems to be in pretty good shape.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, that's clarification. You're right. He didn't say COVID was over. He said the pandemic was over.
But they said that we were able not to wear it anymore. So, I mean, it's going to be some people that still wear it, of course. But if you're forced to wear something to get into a place, you're going to wear it. You don't have to get it too. But if for some people, like I'm in Nevada right now, so I feel like, yeah, we had our state mandate and everything, for the mask, but we piggyback off of other states. So, for example, we piggyback off of California, because you notice as soon as California was just like, yeah, we're not doing this no more. Then Nevada, they went and they did the same thing, like, we're not doing this no more neither. But still, I mean, each state is different because they have their own numbers, the amount of people that are sick or are not sick. I can't say about California, but when the Omicron virus, I don't know if I said it right. So, but yeah, when that virus came out, it was a lot of people who had that out here, and it first started in the sewers, or that's what they saw it at as it progressed. And out here, we had people living in the sewers, so that's probably how that happened. And it just spread throughout the city. But I mean, it is what it is. It is the sickness. It's going to happen. I think if you had it before, you're less likely to get it, but you can still get it, of course.
Dude, no, I've talked to multiple people. I know people who've gotten it multiple times. I know somebody who got it 3 times.
Oh no, that's what I said. I said you can still get it.
Yeah, you'll get it.
So I just think that you have a higher chance of not getting it if you've already had it, and if you also took the shot. You have a higher chance of not getting it, but you can still get it.
Well, no. I don't think it prevents it. It stops you from. From my understanding, it stops it from being fatal. That's what it does. It doesn't stop you from getting it.
Fatal. It can still be fatal, but you just have a higher chance of just not getting it. But you can still get it.
I don't know. That's what I said. From my understanding, that's not what it does. From my understanding, what it does, it just stops it from being fatal. It doesn't stop you from getting it. Like, it doesn't make it harder. You will get it. It just makes sure. It's just, if you get it, you won't pass away.
I still think people want to die, even if they have. I mean, even if they got the shot, because you can't tell me personally that when you got that shot, people started fainting and passing out and all this other extra shit. I'm just. Well, when I wanted to go take the shot, I was ready for this shit. I went in my car. I sat down with a bottle of water with the windows rolled down. I waited 30 minutes. I'm like, all right, I guess it's not happening. I got ready. I got home, I was like, I'm good. But of course, I went to my wife and I was just like, I don't feel good, just so I could like for a little bit. But
Oh, you said from the shot?
yeah, no, I didn't just saying like I did my little thing. I just
Adam, you're breaking up a little bit.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh yeah, I was just saying that I just said what I said to my wife just so that she could pamper me. Like, yeah, I don't want to do this. Can you make me some food? But yeah, I did wait. I really thought it was gonna hit me. Like I said, my brother-in-law, her brother, he took the shot and he was just like, yeah, he passed out. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm ready for this. I called her and I let her know, like, hey, I took the shot. I'm in my car. If this happens, you don't hear from me in 30 minutes or so and so, I'm here at this address. Come over here and check on me.
Did you get the boosters too, or you just took the shot?
No, I just took the shot.
Okay.
Both shots, the first one and the second shot, just like one pair. But other than that, no, I didn't take the boosters.
Yeah. Well, me, I took both shots. I took the first one. The first one wasn't bad for. Well, which one did you get? Which one did you get? Do you remember?
I got the Megatron 36 fit. No, I'm just playing with you. No, I got Pfizer.
Yeah, okay. So we got the same one. So I got Pfizer. The first shot, I was fine. The first, I was just arm hurt, but for the first shot, I had no issues. The second shot put me down. The second shot, I was down for 2 days. I wound up getting the chills, like I was like shivering, like it was. Yeah, the shot was pretty bad for me. That only lasted for me for about 2 days. But the issue with me, the issue with me with the shot was that I actually had a bad reaction to the shot. So that's why I didn't take the booster, because after I took the second shot, I had a bad reaction in my shoulder. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do it again. So
I had a bad reaction to it too.
Well, no. Did you go down? Did you just get sick and get the symptoms, or like, cause like my symptoms last, because my symptoms were supposed to go away in like 2 weeks. Mine lasted about 6 months.
Yeah, my symptoms were like rapid weight gain, and I can't lose the weight. No, but all in all, I know some people might be like, I'm joking around with it, Yeah, I'm joking around with it. I'm making light of the situation a little bit, but I mean, I understand people's pain. I had an uncle pass away from COVID.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
Hard, but I'm a jokester, so I'm just joking around about something. I mean, when we look back in it, in so many years, it's you already see people like making comedy skits about it. Like you can laugh a little bit at it.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't go overboard.
Like, I mean, like I said, to me, you got to be able to laugh. I mean, like what is it that somebody told me a long time ago? If you ain't laughing, you ain't living. Or like people say, laughter heals the soul. So I'm sorry, man. Like, yeah, I don't care how bad things get, man. If you could find a way to laugh, man, it helps out.
Yes, sir, I did. Yes.
Yeah, that was but yeah, I just wanted to basically update everybody, tell you how COVID was. And I brought somebody else who had it. We both could tell you our experiences. Yes, I'm still dealing with certain symptoms, but it is. I think I'm having a little bit of chest pain, but it's not as bad as when I had COVID. That's another thing I think I'm dealing with, but it's not that bad. But outside of that, yeah, like I said, I got through it. And you'll get through it too. I mean, if you're afraid of it, trust me, like I said, it has a very low, well, depending on your age group, it has a high survival rate. So, just again, I would just tell people, after going through it, talk to your doctor, always talk to your doctor. That is the best advice I could tell you. I went out and called mine. I called the nurse. I talked to multiple people, talked to multiple medical professionals about it. I talked to my doctor. I talked to a nurse. And I talked to somebody else about it in the nursing program. Talked to urgent care, and I'm good. So yeah. So if you go through it, like I said, don't be too afraid. Just one thing I would tell people: drink a lot of liquids. Make sure to drink a lot of liquids. You're gonna need to. Trust me, because you're gonna get dehydrated. make sure to drink a lot of liquids. That's going to help you through it.
True. I agree. Give me one moment, man. I'm gonna mute myself for just a minute.
Yeah, no problem. But yeah, so that's pretty much my advice. It's just, make sure to drink a lot of liquids, and yeah, stay in bed. Also, make sure to sanitize your house. I already went through my whole entire cleaning thing. I wiped everything down. I still got to dust a little bit more in my room, but make sure to wipe everything down. So, wherever you're at, wipe down, make sure to clean it. Keep your mask on. But yeah, that's kind of my advice. Also, again, make sure, to wipe things down. There's actually, you can look up online. There's actually a list of cleaning products that you can get. So, once you're done with COVID, it tells you specifically what you can use that will kill off the COVID virus around your house. So make sure to do that. Make sure to wash all your clothes. Wipe down your entire, wherever you're at, whether you're in a hotel or a house. Well, if you're in a hotel, it's not really your responsibility. Although I still feel like you should wipe it down. But if you're at your house, make sure to wipe it down. Make sure to do all the cleaning and stuff. Make sure to dust. You don't want dust. Dust is pretty bad, especially if you have chest issues. You really definitely need to dust. That's important. But yeah, but other than that, I mean, that's just kind of my story. That's kind of our stories through COVID, just to kind of inform y'all how it goes. Yeah, I just wanted to update y'all and just to let y'all know, like I said earlier, that's kind of the reason why the entire podcast schedule got all jacked up. But we're back. I'm back, and unless something happens, this podcast should be going all the way until probably around Christmas time. Probably around Christmas time. So this podcast is probably going to keep going till about Christmas time. The good news is, though, is that y'all I need to speak to y'all real quick. Y'all on the audio podcast, and this is strictly for y'all. See, the lucky thing about y'all is that, so unlike the YouTube, y'all on the audio podcast, y'all are just getting 3 episodes. So it's not like y'all are going to be like, you'll have 2 episodes and this one comes back. Y'all are just going to have 3 episodes at once. So that's why, like, when you're going to see the 3rd episode, and it's going to be like, okay, it doesn't make any sense. That's why I said if you read the description, either come to the YouTube where you'll listen to this episode today and we'll let you know what's going on. Or, like I said, if you listen to this now, wait till episode 40, which is what this episode is, and I can explain to you the situation. So that's what happened. Yes, I caught COVID. I was down for a while. Couldn't really edit. Couldn't do none of that stuff. Basically, podcast was cut. It was just, I went through it. I got through it. I'm fine. I'm healthy. I'm well. And like I said, I'm happy to get through it. Happy to be here. And again, like I said, I missed you. I missed this podcast. I miss y'all. That's why I worked my butt off to make sure I at least got you a chapter. So I at least wanted to make sure to do that. So yeah. So there we go.
I mean, you said a lot of incorrect information, but I mean, it's all good.
No. If I said, what did I say incorrectly?
Well, you also said that, what is it? The shot keeps you from dying or something.
From my understanding, from what I was told, the shot does not stop you, because Adam was saying the shot stops you from catching COVID. From my understanding, no, the shot helps you from for it not being a fatal situation.
Basically, taking the shot, the ratio of people that have the shot and the booster that die is almost 0.
Okay.
But it is not 0.
Yes,
you
it
can
is.
still catch it, you can still die, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, no.
Okay. Any other corrections? Because I'd rather make it now.
I mean, I wasn't really listening to some of the stuff, but yeah, besides the fact that you kept saying COVID's dead, which it's not.
Well, I didn't say COVID was dead, but yes, I said
fucking You know.
No, I didn't say.
But you said Biden. Biden said COVID.
Yes,
He never said that.
Yes, and I played in. That was correct. Yes, he said the pandemic over. So yeah, I'll take that. That was wrong.
So but no.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'll just blame it on the COVID. You know.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, like I said, if we're going to correct it, I want to correct it now. Why not? You know, like I'm just telling people my experience and what I've heard. But like I said, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Like I said, I want to make sure to get the right information out. So I have no problem with being corrected. Like I said, I said it before, I'll say it again. I'm not a medical professional. Do not listen to me. Talk to your doctor. That's what I did. I talked to 3 different doctors. So, and I talked to a telephone nurse. So trust me, I talked to a bunch of medical people. So, well, not really about how, but like just how I got through it. So talk to your doctors, talk to a medical professional. I'm not. I'm just telling you what I heard in my experiences. I could be wrong, but I will tell you what, like Adam told you, I will tell you what I went through, and this is what I went through, and that's basically what this is about, and just kind of updating you on what happened and why we didn't have a I couldn't give you a full episode. Basically, that's all this is for. So
cool, but you're back, so let's get it going.
Oh yeah, definitely. What was your first job? Do you remember what it was, and was it good or bad?
I mean, I remember all my jobs.
Yeah, but do you remember your first one?
My first business or my first job?
Your first job, not your first business. Not when you started anything. I'm talking about when you first got out in the workforce. You know, like, do you remember how that was and what you thought about it?
Yeah, but I had my first business before I had my first job.
What? Oh, really? Okay. Wait a minute. So how did that happen?
Pretty simple. I was I sold pagers for the pager shop around the corner from my house.
Okay, so how'd you get into that?
They were around the corner from my house, and I went over there and I was like, hey, I can sell these. And they were like, yeah, right. And I said, I can. So then I started going to my elementary school and hitting up the janitors and the campus security guards like, yo, look, check this out. And I actually sold a couple pages.
Oh, so you started early.
Yeah.
So you always had a hustler spirit.
Always. I've told you before, I always have hustled. If it wasn't the family business, because I mean, if you're talking about first jobs, like I did work for the family business since I was like fucking 12 or 11 or some goofy like that. But then my first job, like outside of that, yeah, I remember that. It was dope.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, you're probably the only one.
Worked at Best Buy.
Oh, you like working at Best Buy?
I worked at Best Buy. Yep.
Oh,
Best
man.
Buy sounds like it was.
Best Buy was dope. Best Buy sucks now. Best Buy was the shit back in the day.
Oh,
I
really?
could get it. I got away with murder.
Oh, for real?
Yep.
And check underneath the store grounds for any bodies.
I got away with murder. I was like the top salesperson, and there was no fucking distant. There was the second place was distant. Like my store used to kill it. So yeah, no, my job. I mean, all my jobs are cool because I refuse to settle for minimum wage or anything in the food industry.
What brought out that? What do you think brought out the hustler spirit in you? Do you think you just always had it?
I wanted money.
I mean, I get that you always wanted money, but like at an early age, you didn't watch nobody. You just were like, I wanted
money.
Okay, so it was all. So it's just always in you.
I wanted money. Like you keep saying, I wanted money. Like end of story.
I mean, no, I get
money. I wanted my own money. I didn't want anybody else's money. I wanted my own money. I wanted to figure out how I could make it.
No, I mean, I get that. I mean, everybody wants money, but like I said, you said you started with business. Most people I know that were like that started by hustling. And I don't mean hustling in the legal sense.
Yeah, nope. I couldn't do that. there was too many of those motherfuckers in my neighborhood. So I tried to get it, legit. And I couldn't. It was dope to be part of a pager atmosphere, because back then they said you can't have a pager unless you're a dope dealer or a doctor.
Yep.
But there's a loophole to that, because if you're trying to sell pagers, obviously you will be rocking one around school.
So you were like the cool kid on campus.
That shit did not work though. I'm gonna tell you right now, it did not work, but it was cool to floss it. Those people ended up giving me a pager for it was $80 for lifetime service. That shit probably still works.
Oh, for reals?
I still got that stupid pager.
Oh man, one of these days, man, we gotta try. I gotta bring my camera and just record to see if it works.
I know it like still can power up and all that shit, but the problem is I would have to. I think I still have the business cards with the number on it. So yeah, I could probably see if it runs.
That is funny. Like, because the funny thing is, like, I was just watching somebody playing Grand Theft Auto, and what was what's it called? Grand Theft Auto. What's it called? Liberty Stories or something like that. I forgot exactly. I'll put it on the screen. But yeah, like one of the things that they like, because now they had the cell phone, whatever, but like they would show the page on the top of the screen, so it's pretty funny.
That page, man, back in the day, pages was it, bro. Like to have a cell phone, you killed people if you had a cell phone. But pagers, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a pager, but like I got a pager from my mom when like pagers were like going out, because she's like, here you go.
Yeah, because nobody cared about them anymore. Like I ended up getting a pager in like high school, but
yeah,
it was what it was. Like, but I've always had a hustle. I've always had some kind of hustle. I've always had some kind of money maker besides like a normal job. To me was just something to make sure I could put something on my taxes.
Okay, that makes sense.
I've always had some kind of business, some kind of company, something that I was working towards. High school, junior high, literally from elementary school on, I always had something, and most of it was working with the schools.
Okay.
I know I found a pager in middle school.
What's up?
I thought that was the coolest thing, because I was looking for my jacket one day, so I left it on the playground. I'm like, okay, fuck, let me go check the lost and found. I didn't find my jacket. Someone took that shit, but I found someone's pager, so I took that shit. So in my head, it was like, all right, someone got me, I got you. I don't know whose pager it was, but it's my pager now. Can do shit with it. But I put those 2 batteries, I think it was 2, maybe 3 batteries, and I was good. Turned that shit on. I was like, I got a pager. So I just rocked the look. I put it on my fucking hip, like I had some shit. And that was that. I think I did that for a good month, and then I got bored of it and I just lost it.
I think the best part about a pager that didn't work was when you really flossed it and pretend like somebody was paging you. You'd be like, oh, hold on. Like, let me look at that. Be like turning it on, turning it off, so it start beeping. Oh, hold on.
Yes.
My hose.
I did the same thing with I found a cell phone in middle school too, like the next year. I think, no, 8th grade. So I found the pager and lost and found a 7th, and I found a cell phone I bought a cell phone in 8th grade from one of the kids there for $10. That's a lot of money to me personally. But yeah, it was a Nokia old cell phone, right? It was like one of those ones you can play Snake on or mine.
8260.
That's what it was called?
It was an 82. I sold the shit out of those.
So I had one, and I did the same thing. It had the 50-cent ringer on it, and that was really it. No service, no nothing. I would just randomly play that song, like, oh, hold up. I gotta get this. This is hello?
Shit's important. The shit's important. Hold on.
Yeah, that was, I remember those days, man. It was fun. Personally, for me, it was fun, sad and fun.